This is the OPPO Find X2, the phone that stands out despite the presence of its enviable, more specced out sibling, the Find X2 Pro. In fact, the Find X2 shares a lot of the features, high-end features, with the Find X2 Pro. I'm Ershad from Mr. Phone, and in this video I'm going to take a look at the OPPO Find X2 and tell you guys why you should pick this up over other flagships out there. Let's get this video started, and let me just tell you, the Find X2 is actually a true flagship experience. But before we move on, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever Mr. Phone puts out an awesome new tech video. Before I start talking about the reasons why I think the Find X2 Pro is great, let's take a quick look at the unboxing of the phone and the accessories that you get with it. Now the Find X2 shares the same display components from the Find X2 Pro. I'm really glad that OPPO hasn't made any compromises here. You get the same excellent 6.7-inch OLED QHD Plus Ultra Vision display with more pixels per inch than your naked eyes can ever tell. This panel also supports HDR10 Plus video and a high refresh rate of 120Hz. Now OPPO does give you the option in the software to switch between 120Hz and 60Hz in case you want to save battery life. Plus the Find X2 has an auto option where the software automatically detects the resolution and refresh rate to optimize for performance and battery life. It works really well. While the specs are great, what matters is the quality of the panel, and OPPO has truly hit it out of the park. You get a peak brightness of around 800 nits, which goes up to 1200 nits when you're watching HDR10 Plus content. Essentially, the luminance is good enough for you to not have a problem while viewing content even in bright sunlight outdoors. What's also important is the color accuracy. When you switch to the cinematic display P3 mode from the screen color mode option, the display has the most accurate color reproduction. OPPO also claims a JNCD or just noticeable color difference of 0.4. Therefore, if you want to, you could actually use Photoshop Express and Lightroom Mobile with ease on the Find X2 to edit raw captures and be sure of the color profile you are creating. I'm just stunned at the color accuracy this smartphone displays. Now, color accurate profiles are not fun to look at for most people, so if you want poppy colors, the Find X2 has the option for a vivid color profile that just makes the display so much more appealing. Along with the great display, you also get a fast touch substrate, so you get a 240Hz touch response rate. What does this mean? Well, whenever you touch the display, your fingers will just glide through its super smooth oleophobic coating. To top it off, there is only a tiny punch hole camera on the top right corner that gets hidden away, especially when you're playing games in landscape mode. So yeah, when it comes to the display quality, I have no doubt in my mind that the Find X2 is possibly one of the best phones out there and in the top 3 for sure. You get the deepest blacks, the brightest whites, a 120Hz refresh rate display plus HDR10 Plus support. I really don't know what more you guys could ask for. By the way, before I forget, the Find X2's display includes the extremely powerful in-display fingerprint scanner. It is secure and super fast to unlock. So overall, this is a 10x10 display for me. The OPPO Find X2 has impressed me in so many departments, but the icing on the cake is the 65-watt SuperVOOC 2.0 charging tech. Essentially, you get a 65-watt charger in the box that can charge your phone from 0 to 100 in 38 minutes. That makes it the fastest charging phone not just in India but in the world right now, along with the Find X2 Pro. So you can charge your phone in the time it takes you to finish an episode of Game of Thrones. That's not it though, the phone is also compatible with regular 20-watt VOOC charger and a 9-watt 2A or 18-watt quick charge power delivery adapters. Additionally, you get a battery safety monitoring chip which can track accidental abuse or damage in real time. And OPPO has added a heat prevention mechanism that ensures your phone doesn't get hot while charging. To support all these high-tech internal internals, you get a fairly large 4200 mAh battery, which is pretty well optimized with the Snapdragon 865 processor. I got around 5 hours and 24 minutes of screen on time with QHD plus resolution and 120Hz display, and 7 hours with FHD plus and 60Hz. This is actually great battery performance for such a powerful phone, which will totally serve all your needs. Yes, the display is great, but the Find X2 is no slouch in the design department either. The star of the design is the ceramic black rear with a new micron etching process that creates a grating texture design. What this means is that you can feel the pattern on the rear, and this pattern makes the phone grippy and ensures that it doesn't turn into a fingerprint magnet. Moreover, the glass on the front is protected by Corning's Gorilla Glass 6, which curves into the metal rating, separating it from the ceramic rear. In fact, the phone has a curvature radius of 67.8 degrees, which is the maximum on an OPPO phone yet. Surprisingly, all these elements blend in nicely to add to the visual appeal. Moreover, the in-hand field is also elevated as a result. For those wondering, the Find X2 is also available in two color options, black ceramic and ocean glass. Moving on, you get a SIM card tray and a USB Type-C port and a speaker grill at the bottom. The speaker grill works in tandem with the earpiece for a stereo setup. The power button and the volume rocker sit on the left edge and the right edge respectively. They are extremely easy to reach and provide an excellent tactile feedback as well. I particularly like that touch of whimsical with the green inset on the power button. Now the fourth reason, and most importantly, the OPPO Find X2 also packs the same Snapdragon 865 system on chip as its elder sibling, the Find X2 Pro. With up to 12 gigs of RAM and 256GB of internal storage, this ensures that you get a blazing fast performance with excellent multitasking too. I had a blast playing my favorite games and using multiple apps. It is a treat with daily usage, and ColorOS 7.1 is also well optimized. Honestly, if you're a hardcore user like I am, the Find X2 is definitely not going to disappoint you. Talking about the cameras, the Find X2 has a 48 megapixel Sony IMX586 sensor, a 13 megapixel telephoto sensor and a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. This is a proper camera stack on the rear with the regular telephoto and ultra wide. On the front, you get the same 32 megapixel high resolution selfie camera as well. The 48 megapixel camera takes detailed pictures with good target exposure and great colors too. I got some nice close-ups, and the camera automatically switches to the 13 megapixel ultra wide angle camera for macro shots. It is a very good idea to do that actually. You get crisp shots when you go close to a subject. Apart from this, the 32 megapixel camera takes great selfies of course, plus you can get good low light shots with the night mode on. But I genuinely enjoyed the ultra steady mode for video recording that improved the stabilization by leaps and bounds. The OPPO Find X2 is actually a solid premium flagship worth its asking price of rupees 64,990. It's got an attractive design, it's got the best display out there, it's also got stupendous performance with 5G support as well, plus a dependable set of cameras, and most importantly, the SuperVOOC 2.0 65 watt fast charging, which is the fastest out there in the world. I particularly like the fact that OPPO hasn't made compromises in two departments specifically, and that is in the display of the OPPO Find X2 and of course the performance as well. If it is the best display and the best SoC that you want, then it is the best display and the best SoC that you get with the Find X2. So yeah, the Find X2 finds itself as one of the top phones of 2020. One flagship that everybody should take a look at and consider when they're making a premium Android flagship buying decision. I hope you guys like this video. Until next time, this is Ershad from Mr. Phone signing off. Goodbye and Godspeed, my friends.